Padilla this, Petrus that. QB controversy is all over my Twitter timeline, and I'm over it. Welcome to On to the Next, and what's next is the Golden Gophers and hopefully a consistent offense. I'm your lovely host today, Destinee Cook. All right, welcome to On to the Next and happy Friday. This is going to be a little longer show than usual because there's a lot to talk about. Also, I'm doing my tweets of the week at the end as well. I'm in a good mood, and I'm sure you can guess why, but before I start, I just want to offer my condolences to Michigan State. I know that loss to Purdue has to still sting a little bit, but it's nice to see that David Bell has decided to wake up and ruin someone else's season and not just ours. And I know not a single Michigan State person is watching this right now, but it only gets worse after losing to the Boilermakers. And although it may get better for Michigan State since they're facing Maryland tomorrow, but it didn't get better for us. But things got a little better for Iowa finally after Saturday because of one guy who's been the talk of the week, Alex Padilla. He finally got his chance, and he did not disappoint. In the first half, he went completely lights out against Northwestern. Spencer went out due to a shoulder injury, and Padilla came in and led 2 touchdown drives back-to-back. He finished the game completing 18 of 28 for 172 yards, and he didn't commit a turnover. And I know those numbers don't sound very convincing, but with how much this offense has been through this past month, it's good enough. Obviously, the entirety of Iowa City is happy about this situation. I as well am very happy about this situation. We've waited way too long for this switch to actually be made. Granted, it happened due to Spencer recovering from an injury, and I hope he gets better. I hope he does, but I am excited. I am so excited to see Alex starting against Minnesota. Oh my gosh. I said last week that Northwestern was the perfect game for Alex to get a chance in play, and we saw that the offense under him instantly clicked, ran so much better. He had good pocket presence, an accurate arm, much needed awareness, and something that we've been itching for from our quarterback. And that's mobility. And I know a QB change isn't going to magically fix everything that's wrong with this offense. Let's not forget that this offense is led by the one and only Brian Ferentz. But I said last week how much Iowa was riding high at the start of the season. The playoffs were actually on the radar for us, but it got taken away so fast because the offense plagued our entire season. I know it's a team effort of how the season turned around so fast, but most of the fingers point to the offense and how inconsistent they are and how they can't figure out some sort of identity when they're on the field because, to be honest, they're never entertaining to watch. And I feel like I'm sleepwalking watching this offense. And I was there at Ryan Field on Saturday, unfortunately, because that stadium is a crime against humanity. But I remember standing at the end zone for the first few possessions when Spencer was in, and I thought to myself, God, this is going to be a long game. I was seeing the same offense that played against Purdue and Wisconsin, and I was worried we weren't even going to come close to winning this game. Like, how sad is that? It was so clear Spencer was banged up and nothing was clicking. Then Alex came in, and the entire energy, not only in the offense changed, but all the Iowa fans, you can actually feel the energy shift. And all of a sudden, I was excited to watch Iowa's offense, a feeling that I thought I would never feel that this season. I can't stand watching this offense, but the reason I'm saying this is because, like I said earlier, the offense has struggled finding some sort of identity, and I think under Alex, there's that glimmer of hope that this offense will regain so much more confidence under him, and I am so excited to see that on Saturday. But there are still some things that this offense needs to improve on other than consistency, but also converting on third downs. On Saturday, every time Iowa saw third downs, they only converted 2 out of 14 attempts. Oh my gosh, and that's against a defense that's ranked second to last in the Big Ten. So that area of play definitely needs to improve going against Minnesota, whose defense is ranked third in the Big Ten. Speaking of defense, Iowa's defense is back. God. And living up to the standard that they are known for, forcing turnovers, interceptions, and just that ball hawking defense that has been so miss this past month. It's so nice to see it again. Even better, listen to this. Kirk Ferentz said that there's a high chance Riley Moss will be playing tomorrow, and I am so happy. Oh my gosh, I've never been happier. Terry Roberts, who's injured, and Jamari Harris have been doing a great job filling for Moss, but I'm sure everyone can agree that there's some type of energy missing on the defense, and that's Riley. And I'm excited to finally see him back out there. It's been a long month without him. He's been very missed. Anyways, when it comes to Minnesota, this defense shouldn't have a problem, as Minnesota also struggles offensively the same way that Iowa does. So all the defense needs to do is keep doing what they've been doing all season, clean up some missed tackles, and then we should see a good football game happen in Kinnick tomorrow. This game holds extra importance because if Iowa loses, we are most likely out of the race to win the Big Ten West. Obviously, we won't be completely counted out, but there's definitely a very low chance that we will be winning the Big Ten West if we lose this game. So let me remind you that there is a four-way tie for first place in the West. It's Minnesota, Purdue, Wisconsin, and Iowa. And it doesn't help that we have already lost to Purdue and Wisconsin. But for once, I'm not worried. Maybe a little bit, but I usually feel more doubtful before these games like these. I guess that just comes with being an Iowa fan, but I think Iowa looks good for once going into a game. I mean, the run game decided to finally make an appearance. Players that need touches on the ball are finally getting touches on the ball. The defense looks familiar again. Injured players are coming back, and a long-awaited QB change finally happened. I mean, what more could you ask for going into November? I do feel like I crap on this offense way too much, and I only do it partly because this offense can be so much better than what they're giving us. And after getting a taste of what it's like to be at the top, and again, I'm bringing this up, I'm sorry, this is the last time, and just for that to just be like being at the top and for it to be taken away so fast, that sucks. But then I'm like, okay, take a deep breath, and I'm like, okay, to win out the Big Ten West is still there. And, you know, I think about it, I'm like, okay, it could be worse. We could be Nebraska right now, knowing that we're stuck with Scott Frost for a little longer. At least our flaws can be fixed, and at least there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I can't say the same for Nebraska, happily. Let's get into my tweets of the week. They aren't as good as last week's, but I saw a good amount of tweets this week that I enjoyed seeing on my timeline. I'm sure you can guess what most of my tweets are going to be about, but I'm going to shut up and start with the first tweet from @LucyRodine, again, because I love her tweet. She said, "A win is a win, but I am still mentally unstable thanks to Iowa football." Lucy is always spot on because as much as I love Iowa football, being an Iowa fan comes with a price. And that's your mental stability falling apart every single fall. And yeah, @IowaAwesome said, "Fitting that this game ended 17-12, as 17-12 is also the year Iowa's offense comes from." Yeah, that tweet speaks for itself. I feel like I'm not gonna say anything about it. @Ethan Price said, "Michigan State fans, there is a We Got Rolled by David Bell support group that meets on Tuesdays. See you in a few days. Love, Iowa fans." Ethan, come on, where was this support group and why wasn't I there on Tuesday? Wow, okay. I hope it's been beneficial. Honestly, I wish it was real. We kind of all need it. @BHGP Blackheart Gold Pants said, "Brian still gotta go." Yes, he does. I got another Brian Ferentz tweet. They're my favorite. So recently, Kyle Rittenhouse had his testimony, and Twitter, of course, has taken upon itself to make the video of him crying a meme. And Michael Harriot tweeted the video of his testimony and said, "What happened here? Wrong answers only." And @EdStash quote tweeted it and said, "Me every time Brian Ferentz runs a draw on 3rd and long." Ed, thank you. Because I've been trying to find a perfect depiction for when Brian runs a draw on 3rd and long. Honestly, when he calls anything, and this is it. So thank you, @Stash. Okay, @Tom Brommelkamp said during the game, "Padilla with what I believe is called a downfield pass." Okay, so if this tweet doesn't explain how bad our offense was and still is, then I don't know what does, because I gotta say, when I saw Padilla pass that ball, I was shocked, in tears almost, just because he passed the football. That's crazy. Okay, more Alex Padilla tweets because why not? Ray J. Ortega said, Alex Padilla, ... The shot of cocaine the Iowa offense needed. Ray, that's the best way to put it. That should have been my headline right there. Okay, another at Barstool Trent tweet. He said, me and my friend Alex Padilla would like our number 2 ranking back, please, at college football. Man, the things I would do for this team to be ranked number 2 again. It still hurts me that we were only ranked number 2 for a week. It still haunts me. It still sucks, but I'm over it now. It's like it happened. But thank God we got to experience it. It was a great week. Okay. Usually I like to end this segment on a positive tweet. So at by Cody Hill said, Riley boy back, Eames back, Floyd on the line, sold out blackout crowd, football weather, Patty Daddy at QB, oars getting snapped, and boats being sunk. What a setup. Hashtag Hawkeyes. First off, Cody, I can feel your energy through this tweet, and I love it, and it makes me even more excited about tomorrow. Second, I am never referring to Alex Padilla as that name ever again. But great tweet. All right, thank you for watching this week's On to the Next and Tweets of the Week. Be sure to tune back in next Friday before Iowa takes on Illinois in their last home game. I'm Destinee Cook. Have a great day and a weekend watching football. And as always, go Hawks.